Yeah, gang, you may not know that intro made by my guest here this morning. Despite technical difficulties, this is a man that, despite being late, is worth the wait. Welcome to John's Comics with Friends. This is the new interview series I've been doing where it's less about the comics, more about getting to know members in the community. It's been a whole lot of fun. And tonight, or this morning's guest, is somebody that I knew I was going to have on for this at some point. Rod has been one of those guys that has been there for me from the jump. Met him in the chat, in Comic Tom's early days in the live stream chat, and then just started hanging out on live streams together. Before I knew it, it was like, no, this is I'm being called a member of the four horsemen. I'm being pulled into to great streams with my man Perry and Edwin, and he just has always been one of those guys that includes people, right? He brings people in, he celebrates people and encourages people. Sets a really high bar, sets a really high standard, and that's been something that really impressed me from the beginning. So his link is pinned in the chat. You know how we do it. So let's bring him in. The man, the myth, the legend, the freaking Rican Rod.
What is going on, comic book community? First of all, I have to say my apologies to the community, but more importantly, I apologize to John. The computer had to restart, do some updates, but I'm here, guys, and I am thrilled to be here for an interview with my man John Comics with Friends. How you doing, sir? Thank you for having me tonight or today.
I'm doing well, my man. It's fun because I know that you're somebody that prefers to be in the driver's seat and have other people answering the questions. So I know this was a little bit of a I'm going to throw it to Rod and make him sit in the hot seat, make him answer the question, make him share the books, not your usual comfort space.
No. I told my wife before she left out the house, I said, it's usually the opposite. I said, no wonder no one invites me for interviews because I'm the one doing them.
Exactly. You set a standard. Here's the reality, man. And all the love and appreciation to you, because you set a standard for this kind of thing. Your shout out show, your community show, was a staple of this kind of thing where you're celebrating members of the community and getting to know them. And this is just my halfway decent copy of what it was that you did, holding down the fort every weekend for so long. So many people in this community can trace back to those days of being like, no, man, I had only done 2 videos. I had this really tiny channel, and then Rod shouted me out, and then I had 100 subscribers overnight, and then it was like, oh, I got to keep doing this. This is a whole lot of fun. So yeah, you did such a great job of setting that bar high, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, man. But it all started because someone gave me the shout out, and that was Comic Tom. So I had to pay it forward, and that's what the community is all about, my brother.
I love it, man. I love it. And I remember seeing that your name in chats and in Tom's chat, Just a Rican in his comics, was the original name. Yeah, and it was like, and Tom, being of Puerto Rican descent as well, was like, oh, look at this guy. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Everybody was trying to follow your channel. That was in the days when you could click someone's name in the chat and go to their channel and subscribe. And everybody was like, oh, who is this guy? And then started doing lives. It was awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's do like you always did. Let's say hello to the chat. Let's say hello to those tailgater friends we got. We had Ruby Guzman in the chat. What's up, Ruby G? Perry sitting here. He's dropping the popcorn emojis. Got my man Gore Vidal. What is going on, Gore? Got the well bore. What's happening, my friend? And we got Old Wolf Tony in the chat. What's going on, Old Wolf? Good to see you. My friend Terry from the Bronze Page Comics. What's going on, Terry? We have Madam in the chat. What is going on, Madam? Good to see you. Scrolling down. I think I got almost everybody, but now we got Gordon. Sorry, Gordon. Sis. What's going on, Gordon? We got Aggro in the chat. What's going on, Aggressively? Good to see you. And Christina Payne. Whoops, sorry. Christina Payne, I appreciate you. And she says, here is for the one and only Rod. And there's the link. And I tried to pin it. I tried to do like Tony does and I pinned the link at the top of the chat so people could find it easier. But of course, it's in the description of the video and all that good stuff. C Bizzle, what is going on? C Biz, good to see you, sir. Rod, you showed up, so you're on the list. Watch out, Christina.
I always got paper and a pen, John. Put them on the list. If they don't come on the show today, you're on the list.
Oh man, yeah, Rod. So yeah, one of my earliest friends in this community, someone I feel comfortable reaching out to when good things are happening, when bad things are happening. One of those guys, super supportive, and I'm just yeah, man. You were the perfect example of somebody I wanted to let the community get to know better, while I get to know you and share some of the joy you have for nerddom, comics, you name it. You got a little love for everything. Look at now, the Santa Rican is coming out. Look at the Santa Rican. I love it.
There's a good story behind all this too. So every time I look at this, it makes me reflect what I went through. So
your journey, sure. Well, let's get to know the little Rod, the little Rican back in the day, when you were a young man. What was young Rod like at that age when he found comics for the first time? What was his life like, and what were those early books that Rod found?
Man, I'll tell you right now, man, because I was the youngest one out of like hanging out with my brother. Well, I got 3 older brothers, but my closest brother was Rich. So we're around the same age, but all our friends were older than me. So I was the little young buck. So we used to just ride around the bikes, go to the comic book shop, and I didn't know what I was going to get. You know, comic books were $1 back then, you know. So mom used to give us, you know, they were either $1 or $1.25. You know what I'm talking about, community.
Yep.
And John.
Those 80s days, yeah.
Yeah, so mom used to give us $5. You know, we used to split that, and I didn't know what comics I was going to get. So I'm just like, what the hell, man? I mean, you got to go to Spider-Man. I went to Spider-Man.
Your brothers were already into comics. They were already like drawing you in, telling you, no, this is the way.
Yeah, Rich, my closest one, he was collecting already. He was really big on X-Men. And then my brother Rob was into Wolverine. So I was like just absorbing everything in. So then when I used to hang out with my brother Rich and his friends, I was like, man, this is pretty cool, you know, but I'm still a young buck, just tagging along and go to the comic book shop. And I'm like, holy crap, man. We used to go to this shop in Philly called Fat Jack's. And we used to walk all down this street called 5th Street. And it was just a bunch of stores. No, don't forget, community. There was no Instagram, no cell phones back then. Ride on your bike, just go up the street, go to the stores, grab a hot dog, and just keep on walking and have a good time. And once you go to the comic book shop, you had 2 quarters, play a couple video games, and buy.
They had video games in the comic shop.
They had 2 arcade video games. They had what was it? I can't even remember because there were so many people in there.
Sure.
Oh man, there were 2 video games.
But that's cool that they had the video games and they got the comics in there. How far away was it for you? How many blocks would you have to go? Is it a long trek?
Bro, we used to walk about 15 blocks.
Dang. Okay.
The whole street, it was called 5th Street. So you just walk up 5th Street and just go all the way down to the very end. And with just all little stores.
Okay.
All on the side, little sneaker shops, little boutiques. And we just kept walking, talking, or just riding our bikes. And then we knew when we got to the very end where there was like nothing, made a left-hand turn, and the shop was down these steps, and we just hang out there for 3-4 hours, man.
So is it like the basement of a building or something?
Yeah, it was so cool, man. It was so cool. But man, that was like, I don't know what to buy, guys. My brother Rich is like, Spider-Man, just start off with Spider-Man. So
here it is.
I got a couple books I could show you.
Let's do it.
All right, so these are some of the books that I grew up buying. And I'll tell you right now, guys, when I moved to Florida back in 2000, and when I moved to Florida in 2007, November 2007, I had a big tub of a bunch of comic books, right? And my friend Danny, I gave him I gave him all my comic books because I didn't really have an attachment to them at that time. And looking back, I wish I never done that. So, long story short, me and my friend Danny, became really close, and he was like, "Yo, I still got the comic books," so he gave them to me. And here's some of the comic books that I had when I was collecting it at 13, 14, whatever it was, 12. So it kicked off with Spider-Man, man. So
yes, McFarlane.
So this is how we all started, and then come on.
Yeah, man.
So, and then I don't have the one with the Sinister Six on it. I was trying to find it real quick, but some Carnage.
Heck yeah.
I mean, Venom.
That's one of the early Venom on the cover issues right there. Heck yeah.
And just some more early books when I was a kid.
Love that cover. Love that cover.
All right. Newsstands. You can't go wrong with the newsstands, man.
Right? Yeah, man.
So, stuff like this. This was what got me into comics. And actually, you see that Electro right here?
Yeah.
I drew that. I wish I had the pictures, but I was a very good drawer. I used to just draw.
So you would like look at the comic and then draw it?
Yes. Yeah. I drew the Shocker one time, but it didn't come out that great. And another
That's a tough costume. It's a lot of the grid lines. It's tough.
So
that looks like McFarlane. Is that Eric Larson on that one? It looks like Larson. No, you're good. You're good. It looks like Larson to me.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
That's one of my favorite guys on Spidey. Love Larson.
So yeah, these are the first books that I ever got. The money that mom gave me, a dollar here and there. So this is how I started.
That sounds great. Was the shop like a hangout? What did you get? Were you guys allowed to hang out in the shop, or what? Because I know some owners are like, no, don't touch all the books, just buy and then get out.
Nah, everybody would go in there. They had a nice little backstock, and we just hang out. And it was like everyone was very cool, man. Everybody had their quarters in their hand and play their video games, and we just chilled. Yeah, it was one of the best times ever as a kid. Now, hanging out at the shop for that period of time to walk back to your house or ride on your bike was brutal, especially in the summertime, guys.
I bet. Yeah. What's up? We got Super Russ in the chat. What is going on, Super Russ? And we got Eric from 9-Panel Grid. Good to see you, E. I hope things are going well, man. Okay, so that's the early days of Rod and comics. All of us have those times when it's like, okay, I'm discovering women, or I'm discovering sports or whatever. Those gaps that happen in your collection. Were there some gaps that were kind of important for you? And then what were those books that like drew you back?
So there wasn't really a gap. I mean, things happen. I just fell off of comics. I just wasn't getting into it anymore. So this room you see here, guys, when I first moved into this house back in 2016, this was my Philadelphia baseball room, Phillies. It was sports. Now, if you guys know me back when I first started, you didn't see none of this here. So gradually, what happened was how I got back into comics a little bit. It was the house got broken into, and all my like expensive jerseys, a bunch of my rookie cards were stolen.
Oh shit!
And my friend Danny, hope he's watching. Danny better be watching. I said, I need to get back into comics, and I said I need to clear my mind. My wife said, just go to the shop and just enjoy yourself. I was like, well, how much money can I spend? All right.
That's a good husband. That's a good husband asking first. Yep.
How much can I spend? Because it's been years since I bought a comic. My mind is thinking $1.25. Now we go to the shop. I walk in. I'm like, whoa, I don't know what to do. So I'm like whispering to my friend Danny. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to get. He was like, but what are you watching right now? What character you like? I was like, well, I'm watching Flash. So when I was watching the CW show Flash, that's when the rebirth started.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, well, let me jump into the Flash. So I got into Flash. I mean, the reason why I adapted to Flash because I wish I could go back in time and fix a lot of things.
Sure.
And I wish I could go back and fix when they broke into our house. I can't fix that, but that's why I really felt in love with Flash to go back in time. But if I could go back and fix things, certain things wouldn't be where they are right now. So, I mean, some of the comics that I got when I got into Flash, besides the rebirth stuff, I was like, I'm going to start searching for some, some Silver Age, some goodness. And a quick shout out, John, if you don't mind, I want to shout out Steve Whiting.
Oh, heck yeah.
Steve Whiting was probably the second person I met in the comic book community next to Jim Boatwright that met me. Yeah. So Steve Whiting gave me
oh, heck yeah.
I believe this is the second appearance of the Trickster. It's an appearance of the Trickster. He gave me this one.
Damn, that's clean too. That is a clean looking book.
Yeah. Ooh. And he gave it to me among other things, because I mean, I got a slab. We could talk about that later on. So then, I just go out and I was trying to find Flash, just some nice books that I pick up at the con.
These are really clean covers, man.
Oh yeah. I made sure I had to take care of my books. Like,
they got that Mylar magic going.
They're Rob Worth style, man. That's the only way you got to go, Rob Worth style. Man.
All you Florida guys, man, you do it right.
So,
Oh, look at the Rogues Gallery there. That's fantastic.
That's pretty dope.
That's a cool cover.
So these I picked up at the con a few years ago.
Sure.
This is how it all started. I just fell in love with Flash.
So then are you a Barry Allen or a Wally West Flash guy?
I gotta say, because of the show, I know I'm gonna probably get crapped on, but I fell in love with Barry Allen. But I do like what. Don't get me wrong, I love Wally. Come on.
No hate for Wally then. Okay.
Nah. But this is how it all started.
For sure. It's whichever one you click into at the time, right? Because I know a lot of Wally fans were the guys in the late '80s, early '90s reading the series. Those were the Wally fans. And I know as a Teen Titans guy, obviously I had some love for Wally as a member of that squad, and obviously it reflected in your original shirt design. What? You had the Flash logo in the back there. I was like, that's dope. That's cool, man.
Actually, shout out to Two Brother Comics that hooked me up with that logo.
That's cool, man. And now you're making intro videos for me and stuff. This guy, he's across the community doing so many cool things. So very, very impressive and talented, my friend.
Hey, man. I learned from the best like you, so
we all just crib off of Perry when we can.
What's up, Perry, man? Much love to Perry, bro. I love you, bro. Actually, I excuse me, John.
No, go ahead.
He replies to my text now. I texted him the other day, so we're going back and forth talking. So thank you, Perry, for replying to your text.
You gotta find him in the Discord. That's how I always find him.
Yes, sir.
I know you and I have talked a lot about two topics here, pets and family, and I know that they mean a ton to you both. Whether it's the beast next door, Carmela bipping around the house, I always remember you grabbing her and taking the walks with her. And now I'm a pet owner for the first time in my life. And obviously Anna is an amazing woman, and you guys and the way you supported her, each other's families, and it seems like family and by connection, fur babies, it's all a big thing that means a ton to you. Are there any comic book families and characters that you connect to that part of your life, and what does family mean to you?
There's nothing without family. If you don't have that, or very close people that you could say they are my family, there's people out there that really don't have a mom or a dad or a brother or a sister, and they look at the comic book community as family, and that's what we are.
Hell yeah.
And that's the cool thing about it.
Well said, man. Yeah.
And there's times, you know, people go through things and we reach out to the comic book community. But anyway, my dog, my wife, I had to bring out a book because my killer beast is she's everybody knows my dog is a killer beast. She barks, but her bite is small. So I had to whip out
Oh yes.
Nightwing because
Hell yes.
we got is it Haley?
Haley, yeah, Bitewing.
The three-legged dog. All right. And the
So
reason
good.
why I bring out this book is because I took my dog out 2 days ago. She was doing her business, and then she just suddenly stops on the grass and she just lifts up her paw. And I'm like, what is going on? She will not stop walking. She just will not walk. I guess she like stepped on a thorn or something.
Oh no.
Yeah. She's fine now, but the whole time she's in the house like this.
Limping around.
I said, this is the perfect book for my baby girl
fantastic.
Carmela. So we got to go with Nightwing.
Yes.
Issue 114. So that is my killer beast. She's not a pit bull. She's just she's a Chiweenie, guys. So let me just clear that out the way. All right. She is.
Well, I mean, I love the way they added Haley to the Nightwing series. I thought that was a great way to give a little bit of a place for Dick Grayson to kind of outgas from losing Alfred and all the stuff he was going through. So great. That's a great pick, man.
Well, I was actually thinking about Doctor Strange's dog.
The ghost dog. Bats.
Yeah, bats. Everyone them bats met Spidey. They were like, remember that one? That so part funny. Was so cool in the comic, man.
Yes, I think that was from the Donny Cates run on Doctor Strange when he created the dog, or is it right before that?
I think it was.
I know he's in the Donny Cates run. I just couldn't remember if it happened there. Or no, maybe he died during the Donny Cates run and became the ghost at that point. But he was in maybe the previous run.
That's exactly what
something
happened.
Like that. Because then he starts talking. As a ghost, he can talk.
It was so cool, man.
So good. That's a great one, too. What's up, Whodats in the chat? How you doing, buddy? Hope things are going well. Perry says he likes Fast and the Furious because of family.
Oh, there you go.
Recently, Charlie got to do. I don't know if you saw it. Talking to JP about that Nightwing run and how much she loved it. That was a whole lot. That was a whole lot of Proud Papa stuff there too.
Sure.
Obviously, both of us have been connected to a few different charities at different times, whether it's cancer charities or veterans stuff for our veterans through what happened with Edwin and our good friend. Are there any charities that are important to you, and how do you connect to those? And if there's any comics that you've purchased or gotten through charity events, anything like that you want to share?
No comics, John, and community. I'm sorry, but there's a charity out there. I have to say this, that every time I see it, every time I see stuff on Instagram, YouTube, and what they do for cancer, those guys out there, comics curing cancer, that hits me very hard. And I don't like talking about cancer because I lost my mom to stomach cancer. I lost my sister-in-law to breast cancer. My dad is battling colon cancer. If you guys see, I have a little patch on my face. That's a little skin cancer, but it's nothing serious. But it bothers me. I hate it.
Sure.
And
but good that you're getting yourself checked out and getting things taken care of and not waiting, right?
Yeah. They just say, stay out the sun, but how can I stay out the sun when the mist is on the beach? So it's like
I knew you were gonna take it to the beach.
I gotta go there. So I just just cover it up, put a hat on or whatever.
Gang, if you don't know,
that's the sacrifice we gotta do. Happy wife, happy life. But
I love this guy. Oh my god!
But cancer is it really hits me hard, and I don't like thinking about it. It's it really hits me hard. My mother-in-law, most of you guys, I don't know if you know, my mother-in-law has Guillain-Barré syndrome. She's had that since 2019. It's it's a disease that it affects your nerves. People can react to it differently. If you guys don't know, look for Freddie Freeman from the Los Angeles Dodgers, and look what his son had. And that's exactly what my mother-in-law has. My mother-in-law is bed rest, these 24/7 care, and that's a charity that I want to look into and do something. My wife and I spoke about probably look into doing like a run or something. It's hard. A lot of people don't know about GBS, and it's you could wake up one morning and then you just don't have any feeling, and that's what happens. But Comics Curing Cancer, man, those guys, I see it. It just blows my mind, man. I have no words for what they do, you know.
And that's coming up, gang. Actually, we're less than 2 months away from Comics Curing Cancer. It's the end of October, right before Halloween, that weekend beforehand. And if you're watching this and you have comics you want to donate, if you're like, oh, I need to downsize and I've got some books that would be useful to raise money for C3, reach out to C3 on Instagram, or Rob's Fat Stacks, or Legion of Comics Mark, or DJ Links, any of those guys. Those are the big three. Let them know. And then you can donate those things to Comics Curing Cancer, and then that'll raise some money to help fight this horrible dramatic disease in this nation. Heck yeah. But that's a great one for sure, man.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could donate like every month, like to, you know, these charities, you know, and it could be expensive. I mean, you don't want to look at my 25 cents, 10 cents. I mean, there's no excuse. Yeah. Anybody could donate. So let me not say, I wish I could do more. Because
I mean, you should see my bills in the end of October after Comics Curing Cancer. The stupid amount of shit I buy from C3.
Wait a minute. Did John just say shit on his show?
I did. I swore twice this morning. Yeah. The freaking Rican brings it out.
Let's go.
What's up, Jason? I appreciate you, my friend. Nice hashtag there, Magic Lasso. Thanks, buddy. We got Darth in the chat. What is going on, Darth? How you doing, man?
There.
Uh-oh. What are you
pointing to? Jabroni Nation, baby.
Yes, Jabroni Nation. Yes, sir. So in the comic book world, obviously, I've been to a con with you down in Orlando. Maybe you've been to some other cons and conventions and signings and things. Have you ever had it? And I know you've had your own, you know, Rican cover to a comic book. The Rod the Rican variant, right? So you've had a lot of interactions over the years. You've even interviewed some on your channel. Is there an interaction with a creator that really left some kind of a mark on you? Was there, you know, somebody that you're like, wow, that's a genuine person?
Actually, I know if Perry's still watching, he's probably going to run away. But the guys over IDW, Rich Dueck, Alex Cormack, and Justin Birch, when they dropped Road of Bones.
Yeah.
All right. Road of Bones, a few years ago, at least maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
I think they've done 3 in that series, right? Because they've also done Sea of Sorrows.
Yeah, Sea of Sorrows. That's a great book.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Rich Dueck and Alex and Justin, great guys. They came on the show. I don't like really calling it an interview. I want to say, just come out and hang out. You know, just let's just chat, bring your drinks, whatever. And I respect John. He's you know, interview, and I respect that. I just wanted to say a little different, because certain people say, "Oh, interview." I want them to feel comfortable too. You know, I feel comfortable hanging out with John.
I just wanted to stress Rod out. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put Rod in the hot seat and see what happened. Make him sizzle.
Trust me, I'm sizzling. You should see my armpits right now. But yeah. So when they came on the show, we were talking about Road of Bones, and then after the show, Alex, Rich Dueck was so cool enough. He sent me a bunch of signed
No way. That's dope.
books. So let me
That's
see
cool,
here.
man.
I got that one, and he sent me this one.
Heck yeah.
I got to rebag and board these.
Nice.
So he sent
that
me
would be
all
perfect.
these.
That would be perfect for a remark. That one.
So
Nice.
many. I mean, just I wasn't expecting it.
Ooh, that's a great one.
He sent me just a bunch of books signed.
Yeah, man.
It was a
That's
cool
cool.
moment. And here's another one here.
Oh yeah, Walking Dead homage almost. That's cool.
Yeah, Alex Cormack is a great guy. The guy could draw his butt off, man. I mean, he drew me. I paid a commission. He drew me a white tiger, and I misplaced it, and I can't find it. It was a beautiful piece. He drew it on a gray cardboard or like kind of construction
like
paper. It was beautiful.
Okay.
It was like black, white chalk. It was dope, man.
That's cool. That's cool.
But yeah,
and we
great.
That's
great
cool.
guy.
That's cool. When you can meet up with creators that you respect and they're just as worthy of that, you know, the joy that you're getting from the book. That's really cool, man.
I got one better, John. If I could.
Well, let me do. I got a super chat from our man Jason in the chat. He says, "I know there's no kids anymore, but are there still me parties?" Well, yes, there are.
Me party. A party for myself. I'm having a me party, and I need nobody else.
Definitely. And then one for Ryan. I know he had mentioned it in the chat.
We got this city on rockin'. Yeah.
Huge thank you, Jason, for the super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Road of Bones. Man, I wish the ending was different. Oh, he didn't like the ending. We know he's
It's based on a true story. You could Google it. It's based in Russia. It's wild. It will blow your mind what these people really have to go through. It is really, really crazy. But I met someone else, John.
Okay.
Well, you guys probably know this guy named by Jim Lee.
Oh, okay. Flex time. Let's see this. Holy cow.
That's the
right across her belly there.
Yeah. Jim Lee was a great guy. Met him. He signed the Harley Quinn. He signed my X-Men Annual 14 first appearance of Gambit.
Facts.
Great debate. It's a great
no debate. There's no debate. Uh-oh, the cork is here. What's up, Perry, again? That's cool. So what was it like meeting Jim Lee? How, did you get to ask him any questions, or was it like hustle through the line kind of thing?
It was pretty much in and out. I said, thanks, Jim Lee, for everything. And he's just like looking at me, just smile, thank you, and sign. But when he signed the X-Men Annual and then he signed the Harley Quinn, he put the heart. Is it a Harley? Let me make sure, because he put one on top of the other and it smeared.
Oh crap! I hate that. That's rough.
Yeah.
Did it ruin the signature on the Jim?
Yeah, he smeared the annual, the X-Men annual.
Crap.
So and he knew it, because when he placed the books on top, he looked at me and just smiled, and I just went. And that was it was 2017. It was a Saturday, and the next day the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So I would never forget that. So yeah,
that's funny.
But he knew it right away. He signed it and put it, and he went. He just looked straight down, and he just went. And I just took the books real slow, and I already knew it was smeared.
Oh, that sucks. That's rough.
Cool experience though. He's very short though.
He is, yeah. I just saw him at San Diego. He was doing an event for some children with special needs, and they had like this section roped off, and he was doing like a meet and greet with a whole group of kids with special needs. That was kind of cool. How much did he charge for a signature and smearing the book?
Well, I paid $25 for a ticket, and I was able to take 3 books. and I took the 2 books, the Harley Quinn and the X-Men Annual, and then the first appearance of Gambit on the cover. I forget what issue is that one, John. You know which one. Everybody
Is
knows
that
which one.
266? I want to say.
Yeah, you guys know which one I'm talking about. But that book was for my friend Danny. So he got the good one. I got the 2 bad ones. So it's all right, though. It was a great experience. I will remember that forever. 2017, the day before the Super Bowl. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he is charging like $100 these days, at least. I've heard of more than that, depending on the con, for sure. He's like Frank Miller level these days. Now, I know this next question could take us the rest of the show. We could get into all the things outside of comics that Rod collects, because it's impressive. It's impressive. And though Hot Wheels alone, we could just call it a day right here and just roll into Hot Wheels. I know.
Man, I can't do that. I can't do Hot Wheels alone while bringing out the homies, man.
Yeah.
So, but anyways,
but outside of comics, are there other things like that bring you joy? Other things that you collect? Any number of things.
Yeah, man. You see, a lot of people don't know I love cooking, man. I love cooking. I love cooking, and see, my wife's. She's the type of person, she'd be like, I'll buy dinner, bring it home. I'm the one to be like, let me get some steaks, let me get whatever, I'll cook. And she goes, oh my God, this is epic. I love cooking, guys. I love cooking. I'm learning how to cook sushi now, so I'm getting a little better at that. She had a rough day at work, and she came home and had sushi ready for her. She was like, her anger went away when she saw sushi or when she seen sushi. But besides sushi, I love dancing, guys. I'm a big I'm Puerto Rican. I love dancing salsa music. I mean, people know me already. I was a salsa instructor when I lived back in Philly. I was a DJ.
Yeah, I know you were a DJ for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I listen to all type of music. All right. And it's like salsa, merengue, bachata, cha-cha, hip-hop, R&B, Motown.
So when you take Anna out for an anniversary special night, you guys are hitting a restaurant and then a dance club still, or are those days gone? Are we still taking her out dancing?
Oh, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, brother. She does not like going out to any clubs or anything like that. So I've been with my wife since 2019 when we met, and we had not been to like an actual club. We've been to we go on like beach vacations. We'll go to little spots that have, little bar restaurants and little music. My wife did not know anything about dancing. I had to teach my wife what's left from right. She had she did not know how to dance.
I love
but now she's a good dancer, but she's not. My wife she's very just low key. She doesn't like the attention.
She doesn't want the attention.
No, see, I'm that guy. I go to a club if I could feel a good vibe. I want to dance, Sure. And there's been a couple times, long time ago, that we went out and I said, "May I dance with her?" And she goes, "Yeah, I don't care." And she'd be like, "Really? You got to show off?" I'm like, I love dancing. I love dancing salsa music.
She's like that was too sexy. You need to dance less
sexy.
So
don't let's. This is not PG anymore, because when we're in the house, I make this house into a nightclub, and I start dancing. She goes, "You gotta stop." You go. She goes, "You gotta stop. You got skinnier, and you gotta stop because you're looking sexier." I'm like, "Hey, what do you mean? My knees still hurt, but I can still dance."
So good. That's fantastic, man. So when you met, were you back in those days? Were you taking her out to dance then, or was she like, "No, I'm not even then, not into it"?
Nah, she's not.
You're the one pushing that a little bit. Then
I try, and it's just like she's not that type of person, John. You met her.
I didn't realize we had this in common, because I did musical theater in high school and I could dance. I was able to kind of pull some moves, not to your level. I'm not at your level, definitely not. But my wife's the same way, as she didn't even want to dance at our wedding. She's like, I don't want people watching me. I don't want like a big mob of people standing in a circle staring at me dancing. She's like, that's my nightmare.
I love it, man. I love it. If I see when it comes to Latin music, guys, it's I mean, Latin music is universal. It's for black, white, Spanish, Asian. It blows your mind. And
it's very different by region too, because what they would do in Brazil versus what they would do in Mexico versus what they would do in Spain or Portugal, very, very different, very, very regional, but like connected through the rhythms.
Yeah, because like my dance partner when I was up north, she was black, and her name was Joy Hennessy, and Joy was like, we just met. She was like the best dance partner ever, and I swear, she said, I really don't understand what they're saying. I just love the beat. I love to dance, and we will walk into clubs. I had my dance shoes in my bag. She would have her dance heels in her bag, take them off, and it was like, all right, let's go. It's like, you guys don't understand. Like, dancing is like a 9.8 grad a slab. It's like you have this book, right? That's awesome. I would take off my shoes and put on my dance shoes. I'm like, all right, let's go. And people will look at you, be like, oh man, this guy's a dancer.
I love it, man.
It's like looking at it. It's like looking at a slab. You're like, man, this guy has a 9.8 slab. But my shoes were black and white, Al Capone style. I put these bad boys on, man. I would grab any chick and dance. Just I was vicious, bro. I was savage.
I love it, man. And then you were DJing at the same time. So would you like? Yeah. Would you do like spin some records at a club and then stay after and dance, or what?
Man, see, I would go upstairs I didn't mess around with the records. I used to have all my CDs. Everything nowadays is all like, digital.
Yeah, it's all digital. Yeah.
I used to walk in with 4 or 5 bags of CDs, carrying 500 CDs.
Oh, shit.
Go up to the DJ booth, set up, and then me and my buddy would be like, all right, how long is this track? Because a lot of people don't know. You can put if you put a 5-minute track on, John, how long can you dance to that?
I have no idea.
All right, you could probably last a minute or a minute and a half, depending if your wife said, my feet hurt. So that's the thing. You have to put a track at least 2.5 minutes, because a lot of people don't like dancing that long. So I would go put a song on. My buddy would be up there keeping an eye out. I would run downstairs, see who's not dancing on these young ladies that are new to the club, take them out to the dance floor and be like, thanks for coming. Hopefully I'll see you next week. And then the following week, they're back. So
look at this player here, man. Look at this guy. That sounds amazing. And this was all in Philly. Is that where you started this?
Oh yeah, it was all in Philly, man.
That's cool, man.
When I moved down here, that crap stopped. So
I hear there's a good club scene down in Florida area.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to stay away
for the youngins, not necessarily for me.
I'm trying to stay away from that, man.
Do you ever just like put on some music at home and just dance in the living room with the lady?
All the time. No.
Okay.
All the time.
That's good.
All the time. I always got music. I'm always dancing. I'll be dancing by myself. And she goes, "You need her?" I'm like, "Not right now."
Not right now. Yeah. Look at all the homies in the chat. I appreciate it. Paul, Bleeker, Kenneth, Canadian Survivalist, everybody hanging out. Bleeker? Appreciate you guys. Yeah, Bleek's been doing a ton lately. He's got his Kickstarter for his own comic book coming out here soon, man. I'll have to get you on the show, Bleek.
If you want to talk about your comic, hit me up. I'll help you, brother.
I believe the Kickstarter is supposed to launch towards the end of this year in November somewhere. If you want to come on, Bleek, I'll either both of us. We'll interview you. We'll get the link out there to folks and make sure they are following it. But right now you can find the Kickstarter is there, but you just need to hit the notification so that when it goes live, you can hit that up. I know that you are also a fan. You mentioned music, definitely a fan of music. What about like TVs, movies, traditional books, anything that you're a fan of outside of just comic books, other kinds of media that you would love, favorite TV shows and things like that?
Yeah, me and the wife, we like to lay down the bed now since we got a nice projector. So we put the
Ooh.
we just that's what we do now. Last night we were just laying there watching stuff. Let me tell you, man. I know you got the thumbnail, John. There's no secret. Everybody knows I'm a Daredevil fan, right?
I
I'm a
even got
Daredevil.
I even got my Daredevil background going here. I did all my Daredevil for you. I'm even going to post on Instagram a huge Daredevil post today for Rod.
Yeah, man. Daredevil and Punisher are probably our first shows that we could watch over and over again.
Nice.
Besides, like superhero stuff, Breaking Bad, The Wire, The Shield.
So you like the crime shows.
Oh man, I love all the mobster stuff. I could watch documentaries on like Al Capone. I could watch a bunch of like this may sound kind of creepy, but like the serial killer stuff, like Ed Gein and Jeffrey Dahmer. I love stuff like that. And she goes, "Why are you like watching this?" I'm like, I just like to see how they think and how like the detectives put their work into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I love a good serial killer show, whether it's like a fictional or a documentary style. That stuff I find fascinating for sure.
We actually seen a movie last night called Hallowed Road. It's kind of. She Googled it, and there's 3 ways you can look at that movie at the end. It's like a mother and dad. They get a phone call from the daughter, and she's in a car accident. And they go out there to try to find her, and like the voices come on the phone. It's weird, but it lets you mind think how you should think of the movie in 3 different ways. And it's Hallowed Road. It was pretty good.
All right, I'll have to look for that one. Did you ever watch on Netflix one of my favorite ones that is basically a nonfiction version of a story? Is Mindhunters? Did you ever watch that one? That one will mess you up. That was 2 seasons, and David Fincher was producing it. And it's about like the creation of the behavioral sciences department in the FBI, the guys that basically profile these kinds of killers. It's based on a novel, and the guy
is that the one based like in the 70s?
Yes, yeah. And they're interviewing the guys in prison that they've captured. They only did 2 seasons.
And he took the high heel shoe to the homeboy. Yes.
Yeah.
Holy crap! What a show!
What a great show. So there's only 2 seasons for folks that haven't seen it. David Fincher was a producer. I don't know if he directed more than 1 or 2 of the episodes, but it's based on a true story. But the 2 characters, the 2 main FBI guys, are sort of amalgams of a lot of different real people. So that part is a little fictionalized, but the cases are real. The interviewees are real characters, and they took pieces from those interviews. So it has a real authenticity as far as history. And there is a book you can get called Mindhunters, written by the actual FBI guy who created the profiler department in the FBI. Really crazy cool. And he is a guy.
Had an interview, John, with Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my gosh! Right?
And
freaky.
He looks just like him. Oh
all the character actors that they got to portray the real killers that they interviewed are so spot on. It's really wild. Yeah. What is up, Biggie Shaq? He's saying hi to the icon. He's saying, hit John with that coconut. Holy coconut.
I don't have any coconuts, man.
Yes, Green River Killer. That's a great book. And there's several documentaries and stuff around that character as well. But yeah, so Mindhunters was a great one. I'm glad you saw it. And I'm a bit anything in the Hannibal Lecter universe I've seen, watched, and enjoyed. That stuff is it's just creepy fun for me. Like I can get fun out of it.
All right, so you mentioned Mindhunter. Wasn't there a movie before? I think there was a Mindhunter movie before Silence of the Lambs.
There's Manhunter.
Manhunter.
Yeah.
There it is. Yes.
That's fantastic. Yeah, with Brian Cox playing Hannibal Lecter and William Peterson, who was on the show CSI, who was the main guy on CSI. He plays the cop or the FBI agent in that. Really good. And that's by Michael Mann. Michael Mann, who did Heat and Collateral with Tom Cruise and lots of good crime films. What's up, Apex in the chat? What is going on, sir? Hope things are going well. Yeah, Manhunter is a great movie. Yeah. The original Silence of the Lambs movie. Oh, he's got rods digging in the piles.
What you going to hit me with? What you going to hit me with?
Well,
Let's go.
I realized I skipped over the travel question, and I didn't know if you wanted to talk a little bit about. I mean, you've lived in two totally different places. You lived in Philly, where you had the cold winters, and growing up in the hot summers, and now you're down in that Florida retirement living.
Yeah.
And you and I, it's funny. You and I have joked a lot about living near the beach. I love the ocean. I love the beach, and you're the guy that's like, I don't know, man. My wife takes me to the beach. I don't go to the beach willingly.
Man, I haven't been to the island. I don't even know what the island looked like anymore. But I mean, you guys know I'm a Rican. I'm ashamed to say it. It's been forever. But and that's how I came up with the name to the channel. You guys know that I just wanted to keep it true to my roots.
Part of your culture and your heritage for sure. Whether you've been there regularly or not.
Yeah, and I was like, there was a time, John, where I was like, maybe I should just like change the name completely and cut out the Rican. I think personally, it made me think like people look at, I mean, not to get whatever, but he's Rican. I don't want no part of that or whatever, and it made me think maybe I should just change the name completely, And I've tried. You people know I've changed my name. I get crapped on. It's the longest name in the YouTube combo community.
That's just Perry, though. That's just Perry.
But I stick to it. Everybody say Rod the Rican, so I say Rod the Rican Comics. But I do just not comics. I do collectibles.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, I gotta go back to the island, and it's
But you go back to Philly regularly, right? Because you got family up there still. I feel like you go every year, right?
It's been a minute since I've been there. Technically everyone's moved down to Florida. The only one that's there is my oldest brother, and he should retire. And he just loves working. He's always on the road, and eventually he's gonna move down with his new wife, and we'll all be in Florida.
That's nice. It's nice when your family can be close together for sure. You guys can see each other and help each other, support each other.
And he gets sad because we'll send up pictures with my dad and stuff like that, and knowing that what my dad is going through. And he's the oldest, so when my dad was there, he was always taking care of my dad. It was just him and my dad. So it's like, he'll send texts, man, I wish I was there. I miss you guys, and it's just it's sad. But we'll all be together, and
But you say you miss the snow, right? You say you miss the cold weather of Philly, which shocks me. Is that the time of year you like going back to Philly? Is when it's like snowy wintertime?
Oh man, I love it. You see, a lot of people don't understand. All right, the heat is made for certain people.
Okay.
I could go out there for a few minutes, but I can't take it. See, the cold, I could put this on. I could put this hoodie on, some sweatpants, my Timberlands, and I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good to go. It's something with the rain and the heat. I hate it so much.
It's too tropical for you.
I don't like Florida. I'll be completely honest. If my mother-in-law was not sick, if my mother-in-law, or should I say, if I cannot take away my wife's relationship with her mom, there's no way I could take that away. And when I seen that in 2009, how attached she is to her mom, I said, there's no way I could take that from her after losing my mom after 2 years. So it's like, I knew that right away. If I'm going to start talking to Anna, I said, there's no way I'm going to take this away from her. So mentally, I was already prepared. If I'm going to get into something, you're going to be on it for the ride. And here we are.
That's big of you, man. That's pretty amazing. Because I'll tell you, I spent the weekend with my dad and my brothers about a month ago, and went through where my dad grew up and his experience growing up. and a very different generation, right? Because all of his family and his mom's family, like all nearby to one another. And he said that his mom's parents, uh, uh, dad was dealing with his grandmother not doing very well, and so my dad, how do I explain this? My dad's grandfather would come over during the day and be with his grandsons and spend the time, but my dad's dad would come home and say, "Get out! Like, I don't want you in my house. I want to come home, and I don't want to see my father-in-law here." And and basically forced a separation between the two. And I think I'm still stunned to this day that she accepted that but it was a different generation, I guess.
Right.
But I'm just impressed with how you were aware of the impact that family was having for Anna and what that meant for her, and versus my grandfather being a complete selfish tool and basically forcing a wedge where, ultimately my grandmother and my great grandfather, they were close, and that relationship had to be pushed apart because of somebody's selfish need. So good for you being so selfless.
Yeah, it's not easy, and especially after what we're still going through with my mother-in-law since
Right.
2019.
Yeah.
People don't know, being a caregiver it will stress you out.
Yeah.
And it questioned my love for my wife during that rough time that we were going through, and
Sure.
for her mother-in-law. And I always said, you're never going to find someone like me. No one's going to deal with this and put up with this. It's just, nice months that she's not home.
Yeah.
Not for nothing.
And then being there to support her, like you're saying, when she comes home and you're like, no, I got sushi for you, or steak. I made some dinner for you. I think that support is rare. That kind of commitment and support is super rare.
Yeah, it's not easy, man. It's not easy, community.
No, it's not easy, and yet it's paying dividends in that relationship. So I'm very, very impressed, man. Drew Manchu is in the chat. What's going on, Drew baby? He was on with Cliff last night. That was a great conversation going on over there. Okay, so one last question, Rob. One last question. You've had some. You were one of the first in our second generation to hit 1,000 subscribers. You've gone through several major achievements in your life. Are there any? I ask this last question a lot because I feel like we're always, I think, obsessed with end results and not the work that it took to get somewhere, to accomplish something. Is there any work you've done in your life that you've been really proud of, that you're like, oh, I did this thing, I accomplished this thing, and it took a lot of work, but I look back and I feel like that made me feel good. I'm still shocked or impressed that I was able to accomplish this.
A lot of people, I'll be completely honest and transparent with the community. And I told John I wasn't going to talk about this. I don't have any college degree and shit like that, guys. I was born in Philly in the ghetto, man. I had a lot of people say, "Oh, you're not going to graduate," and I wasn't smart. I was a D student, unless I was like in sports and stuff like that. But I didn't play sports in school. I was too scared. I was always picked on. I was a punk, but just lost my train of thought here. But
just like what do you feel like when you look back as like something that you've done that you've like, I'm proud of myself?
I look back. There was one teacher. His name was Mr. Mahoney. He was my history teacher, and I couldn't pass a test to save my life. And I remember senior year, I had to pass one test. I needed to get a 69, a D to pass. And nowadays, I see that a 69 could be a B. What the hell? I don't know. I've seen this shit.
Not true in my girls' classes, that's for sure.
But I remember getting that report card, and I went up to him and I saw I had a passing grade, and I said, "Mr. Mahoney, thank you so much for passing me." He goes, "No, Rodney, you did it. I told you could do it." And I had to think about this one, John, after the fact that we said we weren't going to talk about that, but yeah, that one stood out the most. I remember getting that report card, going back home. I said, "Mom, I graduated." You know,
How did she react?
My parents were excited. My mom would bust her ass every day,
Nice.
you know, helping me sit there and just do my homework. You got to write, erase. You got to do it again, to the point where the paper you erase so much, sometimes we get a little hole in it.
Yep.
And her tears in her eyes, she was like, "You could do this." It'd be late at night, 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
just here. My mom, my parents.
Good for her.
You know, she's I miss you, Mom. And yeah.
Wow, that seems like a testament to you, despite, you know, feeling like it was impossible or feeling like it was difficult. Like you,
yeah, man, yeah, it was a
through.
lot, because just see, our school wasn't far at all. It was probably 5 blocks, you know, to the middle school, 5 blocks to the high school, but I was always getting held up. I was held up, a gun to my head a couple times.
Just to get to high school? Oh shit!
Yeah, just to just to take $1.50 off me, just to go buy a corner sub from the corner store at a bodega, just to get a hoagie. And I never told my mom, my parents about this, and it's just like, why do I have to worry down what I'm going through? So I would go to school and just like try to find different ways to go to school, to not walk by, you know, drug dealers and stuff like that. And to if it took me 10 minutes to get home, I would take 30 minutes just to go around a different neighborhood to come home. We lived in a bad neighborhood, and it's and I didn't. She never knew this. My dad never knew this, and it was just like, suck it up, you know.
Did your brothers have a similar experience when they were trying to get to school too?
I remember my brother Rich. He got held up one time. Me and my dad got in the car with some bats, tried to find the guy. We couldn't find him, but because
I was wondering about that. I know my older brother would have been useless in this kind of scenario. You said you had a few older brothers. I was like, well, maybe you get your crew together.
Yeah, but see, you know, by the time I went to school, they were already at work and stuff like that.
Oh, sure,
so,
yeah.
But it's it was, I was always picked on, guys. I had blonde hair. I was always picked on in school. I was always in the principal's office. My mom would be like, you know, why he's always getting picked on? I mean, constantly, man.
Do you think that shaped like how you look out for people? Because I feel like that's it seems like a natural part of who you are, is that you're looking out for other people.
Yeah, and I think that's why I am the way I am. I'm always constantly texting my friends, and besides the comic community, and they be like, why do I gotta reach out to people when they don't reach out to me? And I think that way sometimes, but I'll be like, you know, F it, you know, I'm still gonna do it. You know, I just always reaching out and just checking on everyone. I guess it's because of what I've been through.
Yeah. And maybe they haven't had a similar experience, so they don't understand or can't appreciate it the way you do, but you know the value in those relationships and having people watching out for you.
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
I am really blessed to I'm blessed to be alive. I'll say this, John. You guys know I was admitted to the hospital a couple years ago. I had to get clean. I had to flush fluid out my belly. I was turning yellow. My eyes were turning yellow. My ankles were swollen. I was in my deathbed. I really was. And I remember jumping on the Jigs live stream, and Perry was there, and I made my appearance for the first time in a long time. Yeah, man, I am lucky to be here. You guys probably see me real thin now. It's
Yeah, I mean,
not
I
easy.
feel like you've been taking care of yourself. You've been putting the time in. Do you feel a difference in your health? Do you feel
Oh,
stronger?
I feel good. I feel great. I feel thin. She keeps telling me, "You got to eat." I go, "I eat." I eat. Uh, the
It's all
urge
that
for
dancing.
oh man, I could dance right now. I could lose 10 pounds, but she's not gonna have that. But the urge for like drinking, uh, is I don't get it as much as I used to. Uh, if I was to have a drink, can I control myself? 1,000%. I could be like, I'll have give me a Jack and Coke, and that's it. I think my wife is scared that if I do that, she thinks I'm going to fall back.
Sure.
I don't. I'm 100% sure that I will not.
Well, habits are hard to change, and you've proven that you have that strength of will. I think a lot of people don't have that, and I think you've proven that you have that inside of you.
Yeah, it's not it's a daily struggle.
Sure.
Mental issues too. Just I get very depressed sometimes. I get very anxiety. If I'm working from home, I feel so claustrophobic. I can't breathe. My chest is pounding.
What are some of the things that you think help you in those moments? Are there things, because I think that's the for I got a daughter with anxiety, and I deal with students and work, people. I feel like it's a little unique to everybody what it is that outlet that you feel like brings you some sense of stability when you're feeling that moment, because that moment is so universal. We all have those moments of depression,
Yeah,
doubt, anxiety.
yeah. People say, "Oh, just grab a book or go outside and just get some air." Uh, I try to meditate and just if you guys believe in God, I pray. I say, God, just let me get through 1 hour. Just give me the strength. I could do this. I keep staying positive to myself, and just I try to go for a 10-minute walk in the morning just to get this running.
I love that. And that's been one of the biggest truths I've found is movement. Just find some way to be moving.
Yeah, and I try to do that, and then with the dog, with the cuter beast, it's very very kids, children are just like Kate and Charlie. It's just like my dog looks at me and I know she knows I'm freaking out, and I'm like, what's wrong, Mama? Let's go for a walk.
Sure.
It's not for me. I want to take her, but I know mentally it's really for me, and it's just one of those things where I just gotta keep my mind occupied. I bother John. Guys, you guys don't know. I bother this guy. I bother Tony.
Get
I'll
out of
send
here.
these guys a message. I will whine and complain.
Get out of here, this guy.
I'm just not in the right.
But it goes both
mind.
ways, because I feel like I've called you in those moments as well. I feel like I've connected to you in those moments, and I remember when Edwin passed, and we were all just in that headspace for so long, trying to manage those emotions and those intense feelings. And I would just like walk it off. I have that hill right near me that's like a mile and a half up and a mile and a half down, and I would just do laps, man.
And that's the thing. And you mentioned Edwin, because before all that happened with him, and I to this day I know I think I could have reached out a little bit more. And I've said this for years, and I think that's why I am the way I am. I always want to reach out. If I don't hear from, I called Tony today, just like, hey, I haven't seen you do a live stream, and he was like, I'm just busy, this. But if I don't hear from someone, I want to reach out and just say, because I think I could have done a little bit more with Edwin, because I just feel as though there was a little.
I think that's that flash mentality, right? That you talked about earlier, where you're like, can I go back in time? And it's
exactly it, man.
I think it's certainly a coping mechanism to want to like feel like you have some power over something that makes you feel so powerless. I think I don't I don't think it's fair to like put that weight of somebody else's mental state on yourself. But at the same time, it's a wish that we could be the helping hand for somebody in need. The better thing I think that I've tried to learn from it is that when you are in need, feel like you can reach out, right? Instead of
Yeah.
feeling like you have to be the one that helps everybody else, you can be the one that, preaches the no, reach out, that reach out mentality.
Yeah, I think it's
There's some, yeah,
I
go
think
ahead, bud.
it's Signature King.
Okay,
He
Tony.
yeah, he said if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't even be doing this anymore. So I'm just like, holy crap, this is like
The impact you have.
me, and I'm just like, really? And I'm just like,
Yeah, man. Yes, you.
damn, it's just it's nuts, man.
I think when it's that it's a wonderful life. That idea that like you don't see all the ways you connect to the bigger picture and the way that you can have an impact.
And
There's
I
some great.
see Eric Spider in the chat,
I was
John.
gonna say I'm so far off of the chat. I need to
No,
like get back to it.
I just want to say, Air Spider. Quick shout out to you. He hits me up and he tells me, Rod, just do your thing, man. Take your shows back. Grab them by the horn. And you the one that did some of these things. Just grab it, take it, do it again, man. So, Air
Yeah,
Spider, thank you for the words, bro. And we're always
yeah,
talking, so I thank you, Air Spider.
for sure. He's good people, absolutely. And we got Kevin in the chat. What's going on, Kev?
Kev,
Martin's
great guy.
Martin's been commenting here a little bit. Apex has been. I think I commented earlier, but this was hilarious. The blonde haired troublemaker.
I'll find a picture when I was a kid, and you guys will laugh. I literally blonde hair, man. I had blonde hair like this.
I did too, but yeah. Don't got much of it anymore. Lady Prime is in the chat. What's going on, Lady Prime? I appreciate you. She says, I'm in San Antonio for the Ekman's Comic and Toy Show. Lucky Doug. Any last things you want to share or mention here, Rod? I know we went through our questions, and this was amazing, as always. Every conversation with you has always been something meaningful and fun.
Just a quick message to the community. I know there's community is great. It's great. The comic book community is great, and I'll tell you that because I'm collecting Hot Wheels and stuff like that, and the Hot Wheel community is not as you think as the comic book community. That whole community I've noticed is just all people just trying to flip. Unless people like a Goo or ICTV that we'd be like, hey, you're missing something, I'll send it to you. That's the thing, like the comic book community. We're all positive people in the comic book community. Yeah, there's some bad apples, rotten apples, whatever phrase you want to put it. But I just stay away from that, guys. If you into that stuff, hey, knock your stuff out, go for it. I'm too old for that crap. I'll be 40 in October. I like jumping on the comic community, talking. Quick shout out to Lady Fantastic if she watches in the rewind.
Yeah,
she's always giving me good words when I'm down. And Lady Fantastic, amazing. Surround yourself by good people. Be positive. We got enough negative energy out here in the world already as it is. I'm scared to go out with my wife because I'm light skinned. My wife is Mexican. She's dark skinned. I don't want her to leave out the house. We got no issues here with her or our families and stuff like that. But now the racial profiling, it's scary. I hear cops, cars, helicopters flying over this house all the time. We're in Florida, but the combo community is great, guys. I'm happy to be here. You guys been there for me through a period of time that I needed you. Yeah, helped me push forward and get through what I went through.
Yeah,
and I'm very grateful for that. And just be kind to each other, man.
And I've heard that about other communities too. Like I've had friends in the Pops community talk about how kind of like toxic it can be and how much drama there is versus the comic book community being as much drama as there is, it's far less from what I hear. And there's more pockets of, like you're saying, people just want to talk about the books or the video games and the comics. Definitely, for sure. We got TK in the chat. If I'm not mistaken, TK, you got just engaged recently. So congratulations on that. And then I know you're dealing with some stuff with your dog. I'm so sorry to hear that. So the highs and the lows, I know it hits sometimes together like that. I hope you're doing well. Loving the Daredevil love. Yes, we're both, supporting our guy here. Is there any See, look, okay, look, gang, look.
If we're gonna end the show with the bang, let's go.
This guy. Next, he's gonna share that slab he's got of the first red suit somewhere.
Which one? From the one that got from those guys?
Yeah.
Are we gonna battle each other here, John?
No, because mine is a very low grade, and yours is a stellar grade. I'm gonna get beat if I go toe to toe with Rod. Yeah, on Daredevil books, I'm gonna get crushed.
Steve Whiting, thank you again, Steve Whiting.
This is where the flex breaks me down. Do you prefer coconuts shaved or hairy?
Hialeah Comics, thank you, Hialeah Comics.
Damn,
thank you for that.
Bangers.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm still in my pajamas.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
I'm not going to stand up. I'm not going to stand up and grab Daredevil issue number 2.
But, I just put on my Rican shirt and then got on here. That was all I did.
Yo,
Rod, huge thank you, man. As I said at the top of the show, you're somebody that I'm very lucky to have counting as a friend for so long now, and somebody who I always love hanging out with, talking, even if I'm just sitting in my garage being a knucklehead and you're taking the dog for a walk or whatever. I always appreciate your perspective. I always appreciate your support, and I'm always blown away by the way in which you've tied so much of our community together in such a big, profound way. So huge thank you, man.
Hey, man, I want to say thanks to you for having me on. Looking forward to hanging out with any other body or anyone or whatever, and just let's have some fun. Let's keep the comic book community growing. Stay away from the negative energy. We don't need that, guys. We don't need that. Keep that for a different YouTube whenever that happens. Negative energy comic book community. Throw that away, man. Let's just have some fun. Show off our books, hang out, have an interview with John Comics with friends, and I'm looking forward to see Perry with you, John.
I don't think I'm ready for that. I don't think psychologically I'm ready for that.
Hey, we've been through it all, man. We've seen his toe. I think we could see Perry for it.
Dude, I'm scared with what he would share. I'm scared. There's some fear, for sure. But I know I got Metarog coming up here soon for an interview soon. Roger's a great community member, and I will be chatting with him. I might have to do that one pre-recorded because I know Saturdays are tough for him. But that should be coming up here soon at some point with my man Red Metarog. And then, gang, in a couple of weeks, JP Budget Collecting coming to California, and he might be live in the studio here the next Saturday I go live. He might have JP here, so
you got enough room for another chair there, John?
It gets a little tight. It gets a little snug. He may sit on my lap or something. We'll figure it out.
You'll be like me when Edwin got here. Edwin was all like this.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be a great moment, man.
It should be a lot of fun. Absolutely. So thank you to the chat for hanging out with us and taking a little time. I don't have anything else going on today that I know about, but tomorrow night, more Dungeons and Dragons. And then next week, I think I got some videos. Oh, I'm doing another Black Panther over on Justin's channel on Tuesday. So definitely some stuff coming up next week to be aware of. But until then, gang, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope everybody stays safe, and we'll catch you all again soon. Peace.